Hi everybody, it's Tom Carmody and Jim Faust, and Faust Goes to the Movies. Again, it's been a long time since we've reviewed anything.
Yep.
And I picked out a subject a while back that you didn't want to have anything to do with, Ernest Borgnine.
Ernest Borgnine. Why are we talking about Ernest Borgnine?
Because Ernest Borgnine is the hardest working man in show business. Next to James Brown, God rest his soul.
Didn't know that.
No, Greg and I were watching TCM one night and just ran into this biography that they had of him. He's 93 years old, and he was eloquent and well-spoken and gentle and smart, and I couldn't believe it. I was dumbstruck. And I just finished telling you, he's got 3 pictures in post-production and 1 in the can.
Unbelievable.
In the last year, and he's 93.
Where did he get started?
His breakthrough role was as a male nurse in the Broadway stage production of Harvey in 1949. He trained to be an actor prior to that. He's from Brooklyn, son of Italian immigrants, and but yeah, that was what got him rolling, and that's what got him his contract in Hollywood, and did some kind of insignificant things up till then, but was always cast as the heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And the villain, Fatso, Sergeant Judson in From Here to
Eternity,
one
yeah,
of the creepiest roles ever.
Yeah, he was fantastic in that.
Yeah, he was excellent. Murders Frank Sinatra in that, and then Montgomery Clift kills him.
Mm-hmm.
But his standout role in the 50s was Marty, and that was in 1955.
55, yeah.
Yeah,
and he won the Academy.
He won the Academy Award for that, and that. Even though Ernest Borgnine never really struck me as a leading man. He was always a character actor, but he was always pretty solid, except for the few ridiculous roles that he did too, which are equally as memorable.
And we all know the Academy likes to pick people who against type, and at that point, that was
especially at that time too.
Yeah.
Especially at that time in the 50s was when a lot of people were playing against type. Lee Remick in The Days of Wine and Roses would be a good example of that.
Yeah.
So it's like everybody was doing that.
When I looked that up earlier today, I found that he beat Spencer Tracy, James Cagney, and Frank Sinatra. For that award.
But it's an astounding movie. I mean, he plays just a boring fat butcher who lives with his
doting mother,
weird Italian mother. And starts a romance with a woman, and of course, she's as what's the word I'm looking for? As nothing as he is. She's not. I mean, you couldn't meet 2 more ordinary people, and everything. It's a great story. It's a wonderful story.
His TV breakthrough, then. I mean, he obviously was a character actor on so many shows. Little House on the Prairie, Magnum PI,
Center Square and Hollywood Squares.
Exactly.
Hale's Navy for 4 years.
Yeah, and it was actually shocking that it only lasted for 4 years. I thought it actually went further, or longer, but it was only a 4-year shot.
Yes, and his camp movies too are pretty good. That being Johnny Guitar in 1954, where he dukes it out with Mercedes McCambridge and Joan Crawford, and then of course the Poseidon Adventure.
Yes, indeed. I didn't exactly think he was the best in that.
Where he chases the hooker with the heart of gold, Stella Stevens. Oh, that movie.
Actually, of all the things that he's done, I think I'm probably most impressed with his most recent of it is that he is the voice of the superhero Mermaid Man.
SpongeBob SquarePants. Yeah. I know, I love that. I didn't know that either. I didn't realize that. And that also, another funny point to that is that was the first time that he and Tim Conway had worked together since McHale's Navy.
Yeah, I just surprised the absolute hell out of me.
And he was also married to Ethel Merman for 32 days. She designated a whole 1 chapter to him in her biography, which consisted of 1 blank page. I didn't know Ernest Borgnine was married to the Merm. I had no idea.
Oh, that is absolutely excellent. Well, we've got Ernest Borgnine off your chest now.
Yeah, finally it's off my chest.
So we'll work on something different. So put your thinking caps on, and if anybody
thinks of anything, just let us know. We're always up for anything.
Sounds wonderful. Thank you, Jim.
Thanks a lot.